Now I want to show you how to make chess pieces to go on your chessboard. And we are going to use a tool that we haven't used before called Spin Tool, and it's going to spin these objects or revolve. Some of the programs call it revolve, and it's kind of like a lathe. If we have a lathe in woodworking and it spins a square piece of wood and we shave the pieces off and make it round, that's kind of what we're doing with the spin tool. So in order to do that, I'm going to delete this cube first. And I'm going to add a mesh, just a plane. And I want to get the top view. We'll use the different views in this to be able to spin. Let me get rid of my camera and lamp first. If I hit 7 on my keypad, it goes to the top view. And we'll want to use that one first. Now if I go into edit mode, I have this plane here. Go to edit mode by hitting tab. Now I have the vertex select. I'm going to right click on this vertex and delete it. And it gives me just the lines, just the edges and the vertices that are left over, and I'm going to move these around how I want them. Now we're only going to use one side of the grid, and so I'm lined up here on my y-axis. Doesn't matter which, y or z or y or x. I'm lined up on my y-axis. I want to keep everything to the right side of it, and it will duplicate that and rotate it around that y-axis. So I can drag these around, I can hold down Control to snap to grid, and I want it to be perfectly on that grid right there, on the y-axis. The others I'll just move around and make my object. Now if you get a picture of a chess piece, that will help out and that will allow you to draw it better. And let me just give you a quick example. You can just move these around to where you want them. Now to get more vertices, I'll just extrude and hit the E key, and it extrudes as many times as I need to make my shapes. So I'll just try and make a quick, give you a quick example of a chess piece. Now I can do round pieces by just making a lot and extruding many times and just changing the angle slightly to make it appear round. So I'm just hitting the extrude, or using the extrude tool by hitting E each time and then clicking. Just set it. So kind of just freehand drawing a little bit here. I'll hurry up. I'm going to make my last top round piece. Now I want it to be exactly on the y-axis again. If I hold down Control, it looks like it's not snapping to the grid. So I'll just get it close, click on it, and then I need to make sure that it's exactly on there. Otherwise when I spin it, it won't work totally correctly. So if I get hit N and get this menu here, go up to the top, I can see where my vertex is located, and on the x-axis I want it to be perfectly at 0. So I'll type 0 and hit enter. That keeps it right on 0. Now if you've moved this target, it needs to be right here in the middle. And if it's not perfectly in the middle, it's hard to get it perfect in the middle, so I'll come down here to location right here and just make sure they're all at 0. Just type 0 and hit enter on all of them. Okay, now it's ready to spin. So I'll select everything, and I need to, if I hit spin right now, it's going to spin it in a really weird way. I don't want that, so I need to make sure the view is correct. So I'll undo that. My view, I need to either be perfectly at the bottom or at the top of it. So I'll go to the bottom, I'll hit number 1 on my keypad, and it goes to the bottom. And then when I spin it, it spins it around and gives me a nice little chess piece. And of course I could draw that however I wanted and adjust it on my vertex drawing. But if I have that, now yours might not rotate 360 degrees, but after you rotate it, if you come down here, yours is probably at 90. Just type 360 and hit enter and it will do the full rotation. Now if I go to my side view and select it all and rotate by hitting R, and I type, looks like a -90, so -90, hit enter, and then it's sitting up for you. And you can move it around on the chessboard. So that is a simple chess piece. I can draw it however I want, make adjustments with the drawing, and then spin it and make a variety of chess pieces for our chessboard.